Hi guys, I am back with another video, and today's video is going to be my weekly budget video. And before I get into doing my weekly budget, I just wanted to say that I have been MIA in doing my weekly budgets for you guys because I'll be honest with you, I don't normally stick to a budget, so this is the first time I'm actually really trying to stick to a budget, and I'm honestly finding it a little bit hard. And the reason why is because obviously I work part-time. Now I don't work more than part-time because I do have health issues that kind of prevent me from working more than I actually do. So, you know, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about that. But also, I know some of you have heard me say that I have a shopping addiction. And while people, I guess, just kind of find that as funny or stupid, or that's just an excuse for me to spend money, it's really not. Shopping addiction is just it's a real addiction, just like you know, any other addiction. So it's just as real as alcoholism or drugs or, you know, gambling or whatever. And I'll be honest with you, my shopping addiction is not as bad as it used to be. I am slowly sort of getting better at it, but it's still there, and it's kind of hard to explain if you aren't if you've never had a shopping addiction. For me, it's kind of like a compulsion to constantly buy things, and so it makes it hard for me because I do quite often break my budget because of these reasons. I'm not, like I said, it's not an excuse. Obviously, you know, I guess I could use it as an excuse, but I'm not trying to use it as an excuse. I'm just kind of trying to explain to you why I am in the position that I am in, because this is what's happening. So I am working on it, and it's hard to, you know, I guess fix a habit that is so ingrained in you. And it's not just a habit, it's something that just, I don't even know really how to explain it, but that's kind of what's going on in my life right now. So anyway, I am honestly much better than I used to be, much better than I used to be, but it's still there, it's still hard, I'm still working on it, and yeah. So anyway guys, let's get into this. We are in the month of March. I have already done my March plan out here, as you can see, and I do have, I have my March monthly kind of semi filled out here, but because I don't really get paid monthly, it's not necessary that I have to use this section religiously. Please excuse the noise in the background. That is my computer screen. It is faulty and it turns itself on and off all the time and makes noises, and it drives me nuts. This is my life right now. So anyway, and this is my budget insert for my weekly budget. You have seen me use this in my previous videos. This one is the one that I sell in my Etsy store, so this one is not customized to me personally. This one I've made so that it is usable for any type of budget that people may have across the world. So it's that's kind of there. So but what I've done is I've just cut it down for myself because I don't have as many bills as some people do. Just ignore that noise. So yeah, so anyway, this is what I've created for myself. I've cut it down even further than my very first video that I had made, because there are just some things on there that I just don't need, so I've cut it down even further now, and this is what we are going to use. So first off, we are planning from, I get paid Wednesday night, so I'm planning from the 8th to the 14th. That is kind of like my pay cycle, and I earn $418.20 a week. That does not normally change unless it's a public holiday or something of the sort that happens. So normally it stays at like that price. So let's just go into what my bills are for this week. So I do have a rent, so my share of the rent, because my fiance and I split not all of the bills 50-50, we split the bills that we share 50-50, and then we have our own bills as well. So our rent is my share of the rent is $197.50 for the week. My share of electricity for the week is $18. I don't have water this week, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't have internet this week. I don't have mobile this week, but I do have Foxtel, so that is $25. I do have Club Catch this week as well, which is $6.50. I don't have Shipster or TubeBuddy because I have paid both of those. Basically, these are my subscriptions. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit closer for you. So basically, these are my subscription services. So if you're new to my videos, Club Catch is for me to get free shipping from a website called Catch of the Day. I'm pretty sure it's just an Australian website, but basically it's kind of like a wholesale website where you can buy stuff cheaper, and there are items on the website that are eligible for free shipping if you have Club Catch. So it costs me $6.50 a month. I do buy from this website quite a lot, so I figure paying $6.50 a month instead of $10 to $15 in shipping every time I order, which I order several times a month, is a better savings. Shipster is the same thing, but through Australia Post. So if you have a Shipster account and you're in Australia, it is $7.95 a month. And if you go to the Shipster website, it has a list of eligible websites that ship through Shipster, and then that way you don't have to pay any shipping. And TubeBuddy is actually for my YouTube channel. This is actually something that helps you grow your channel. It gives you tips and stuff like that, and it gives you a diagnostic on your channel. So it cost me, it is an American company, so the price will fluctuate a tiny bit based on our conversion rate, because obviously the dollar changes constantly. So it cost me around about the $6 mark Australian, but I've already paid those. So down to my debt section, I actually paid Credit Corp last week. That's my credit card. My tax, I do have to pay $20 this week. I have to pay $20 every week. Shopping, I have Afterpay and ZipPay. So again, if you're new to my videos and you're not from Australia, Afterpay is kind of like layaway, where you buy the item, but instead of having to wait until you pay it off to get it, you get it straight away, and then you make 4 payments once a fortnight to pay it off. And I do actually have 2 payments I'm making this week, so that's a total of $54.88. ZipPay is the same aspect, except for the only thing different about ZipPay is instead of making 4 payments, like 1 payment once a fortnight, you have you either make a $40 payment once a month, or you make whatever payment you want whenever you want, as long as the minimum you make is $40 a month. But I am not budgeting for that this week because I don't have the money this week. Okay, groceries and takeout. Now I am budgeting $30 because I wanted to budget $30 a week. So that's 30. Takeout, I have 16 on that. And then let's see, down to work. Now my Go card is, I guess it's, I'm not really sure what you call them in other places. Also, even in Australia, they're not called the same thing across the whole country. They're different in every state. Not every state has one. But basically, it's a card you load money on, and when you get to either the bus or the train, you tap on, and then when you get off, you tap off. So that's how you pay for your public transport. So I need about $26 a week for that. Food and drinks for work, I'm giving myself 15. I'm trying to cut that back because I've been really bad lately with buying food at work when I don't need it for short shifts. I need to stop that. And for miscellaneous, I'm just gonna leave that because I don't think I really have anything this week that goes into there. I do have Etsy. Actually, no, I do have Etsy. I think it's $6. I'm just gonna budget. No, actually, no, I don't. No, sorry, I've already paid that. My mistake. So I didn't need to worry about Etsy. So basically that is my bills for the week. And then that's my projected cost. Now some of these I've actually already paid, and I can go through and tell you if there was a variance or not. So I've paid my rent, so that was $197.50, so there is 0 variance. I have paid my electricity, that's also a 0 variance. So I don't need to worry about water, internet or mobile, so I cross those out. Foxtel, I have paid that already. That was $25 with a 0 variance. Club Catch I haven't paid, so that gets automatically deducted out of my account, so that's not due until the 12th of March. My tax I have paid, that is $20. I'm just going to put lines through the ones that I don't need to worry about. Okay, so my afterpays, you can either let them, it is set up to be automatically deducted. So I did have one yesterday which was the 8th of March, and then one tomorrow, which is the 10th of March. However, you also have an option when you log into your account to pay them earlier if you wish to, which I often do. So I have actually already paid both of those, which was both the exact amount. So that was 0 variance with that. Now groceries, I've done groceries this week. We still had a lot of leftover, sort of not leftover, but just foods in our freezer and our pantry and our fridge, so we just kind of picked bits and pieces up to just make that stretch. So instead of spending $30, I actually spent $15, which was good. So that's a $15 variance, which is awesome. So I saved $15 on groceries because I only needed to spend $15, because we spent $30 at the supermarket, so my partner and I just halve it, so $15. Takeout was $16. I did spend $16 on takeout, so there's a 0 variance there. My Go card, I haven't put any money on my Go card this week yet, and same for foods and drinks, I haven't touched that yet. So that is kind of everything there that I needed to do. So I don't fill in my expenses or my variance until the end of the week once I add everything up, because well, actually no, I can fill in my expenses. Sorry, my expenses were $420.87. So the variance on that, actually no, I can fill in the variance now. So basically it's like what is that, $2.67, I think, there that I am over. So 267. So so that's the variance. However, because I've saved money, I technically haven't gone over my budget because I saved money for my groceries. If I get any extra income, whether that be from Etsy or anything like that, or selling stuff I don't need, I just write it on the back here. So I've got my Etsy here. I'll be honest with you, I do not make a ton of sales on Etsy because my store is only very little. And I find Australian stores, because I have a printable store, I find Australian stores are not as popular, which is fine. Like, you know, it is what it is. But I do make a little bit of money every now and then. So if I get anything from Etsy, I just add it in. Sometimes it could only be like, say, $5. And if it's only $5, it's only $5. It's fine. eBay or Gumtree, if I sell anything, I just write it in here. And I do surveys. Now, I know not surveys are for everyone, but I do surveys. I don't mind doing it because I spend a lot of time on the computer editing for YouTube or doing work for my Etsy store or other things. So while I'm on there doing those things, I just do surveys at the same time. And while yes, it does take a bit of time to do these and you don't get much money, you still get good stuff. So I add that in there. So that's that. Now let's look at my month here. So I've got my grocery sticker right there. So I'm actually going to swap over to this pen now. And my groceries was $15. So I'm really happy about that. And then I will show you. I'm just going to zoom out just a little bit, so you can kind of see what I'm just showing you. Okay, there we go. So this is my bill pay checklist. Oh, actually, you know what? I just realized I forgot something. I didn't add in my Spotify, my subscriptions. Ugh, such an idiot. That's all right. I'll put it down here. I'll put Spotify. I do pay for premium because I have to use it at work because we are required to play music at work. So that was $11.99 a month. I haven't paid for that yet, and that still is included in the $11.99 is included in this figure here, because that figure was once I calculated that all up. So that's that. But this is my bill pay checklist. Where I've got a yellow highlighter line is where the end of the week happens, and then the line below it is the new week. So this is the week we are currently in right here. I ticked off rent here accidentally. I meant to tick it off there, but it is what it is. So I have paid all of these bills this week, so I'm really happy about that. And then if anything extra pops up that I forget to add in here, or it's just a new bill that I didn't have prior, I just add it to this side. Down the bottom here I have my debts, so what I owe money on. So I have a tax bill, a credit card bill, my zip pays that I have, and that sort of thing like that. And then over this side is where I have a savings maximizer account. So basically in my savings maximizer I am banking with a new bank, and the savings account has an option called an everyday roundup, where when you spend money, as long as you have more than $20 in your account, let's say you bought something and it cost you say like $25.50. what it does is it rounds it up to the nearest dollar. So the store gets the $25.50, and then my bank takes the 50 cents to make it up to $26 and deposits that 50 cents into my savings account. And so what I've been doing is I've been tracking each time that happens, so I know how much in a week out of each week's pay is going into my savings account, like from the everyday roundup. So that is what that is for. And then I've just been tracking my expenses over here. I don't almost ever have cash because I pay for everything by FPOS. Occasionally I have cash, but it's very rare. I don't use a credit card because I no longer have one. The credit card that I'm paying off is, it unfortunately went through debt collection because I was stupid. And then you can see, so I use my debit card for everything, and then my needs and my wants. I have a lot of wants and not a lot of needs, so that is where I am trying to become better at what I do. So that is kind of everything, you guys, for the month. I mean, not the month, the week, and this is how it goes. So next week I'm going to film another one and do a recap on this week to show you guys how I am going, because I'm trying so hard, you guys, to be accountable for my money and not be so stupid and make smarter choices and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I would really love to hear from you guys about how you budget, or if you kind of are facing the same problems that I am with a shopping addiction. I'd love to hear from you, because I feel like we as human beings need to be a little bit more sort of, not necessarily open, but we just need to be more understanding of each other and help each other. And I feel like we could just be so much better as people if we do these things. So anyway, guys, I will see you later, and please come and talk to me in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. Bye!